faith that it's going to turn out all right. You know, I don't want to mess with that, but I'm a little more cynical than my wife. I mean, every time I hear that DA or anybody on the stand go, the defendant this, the defendant that, man, it's like, that's my wife. You know. So, if you're asking me how it's going, I'd say don't ask.
Well, I tell you, I want to be here. I want to stand by you and Laura through this thing. But as you know, I am persona non grata with a lot of people inside.
Oh, hell with them. Who cares?
Well, I do. For you, Laura, and Justus. That's why I'm out here lurking around like some kind of stalker. But I have put my ear to the ground. Making calls, asking anybody with connections to anything. And I tell you what, I can't find anybody who knows anything about who Smith.
Neither can I. Neither can Max Scorpio. Hey, you know, you're solid as they come with me. You have nothing to prove.
Yeah, I know that. But you know, you want to be there when it counts in this life. You know, hell, everybody knows you're headed for a fall, or trying to be something you're not. But you ever notice what a bust it can be just trying to be what you are? I'm talking about the simple things in life: a friend, a son, a husband.
Well, I ain't complaining, like I said. As a friend, you're solid as cement shoes. Mike, he was born complaining. What about Lily?
God didn't put anybody in this earth more patient or understanding.
Okay.
Killing her. Look, I say the right things. I do the right things. For what? So I could walk around with my conscience clear, and meanwhile she doesn't look in her eye like somebody who's been kicked in the teeth on a regular basis.
I'm sorry, Sonny.
Hey, you got your own troubles. It's gonna be okay. There's still one thing I can do for her, and I've known it for a while. I've just been dragging my feet. No more.
You mean the Harper autopsy? Well, no surprises there.
No doubt in your mind the cause of death was drowning.
Well, there was some trauma to the head, but the body spent a fair length of time in the water. Could have been knocked against rocks, pilings.
Maybe. I still want to do some checking along the lakefront for blood stains, blunt instruments, you know, the usual.
Mm-hmm.
for, Edward?
Thanks.
Commissioner,
Hey, Luke, I was just on my way out.
then I need you to change your plans. I gotta have your help, Bubba.
I gotta have some dinner. Come on, we'll talk on the way to the car.
No, it has to be here.
How come?
This. I need a way to take a look at this, and I assume you've got a videotape expert on call?
What's on that thing?
Well, I don't know. That's what I want to find out, but I assume that it's something that could clear my wife.
Well, how'd you get your hands on it?
I went fishing. It's waterlogged, but as far as I can tell, it isn't broken. So please, tell me you got somebody who can restore it.
Yeah, I'll get somebody on it.
Somebody who can keep their mouth shut.
My texts don't discuss evidence.
Oh, I wouldn't call this evidence, Bubba.
Well, then what would you call it?
Personal property, which I acquired, and therefore can do any damn thing that I choose. Look, I would do it myself, but I don't have the equipment or the know-how.
And you're asking me to provide it.
Well, I'm sorry to have to do that, Commissioner. The last thing I want is to involve you.
Sorry, you already did.
You're involved because I'm asking you a favor, Mac. Again, yes, again. It's amazing how demanding I get when my wife's life is at stake.
Maybe if you came looking for cooperation instead of special treatment.
Are you going to help me or not?
I get to help you, but I don't get to see what I'm helping with.
I'm afraid that's about it.
No way. No way. My man restores an evidentiary tape. I not only get to look at it, I own it.
Oh, man, I thought when you became police commissioner...
What, Luke, that you'd have an inside track? Well, guess what? You do. You know, I've been bending rules for you, left and right. But I'm just not going to cross the line. Some things I just can't do.
You took this job knowing you could do any damn thing you pleased.
To uphold the law. Now, I know just how much that means to you, but I'm sworn to do it anyway.
What the hell is going on, man? They give you a guidebook and mindless drivel along with your nightstick? You used to trust me. I mean, in San Antonio, you trust me. I let you drive the limo. I was in charge.
You're not in charge here.
Oh. So it's ego, then?
Right. And the way I see it, Luke, it's your ego. You have to be the one that gets Laura off, and nobody else.
Well, you know, I haven't had a lot of help in that area from the powers that be.
Bull! I have kept this case open, despite the DA's office. I have kept extra personnel on this case, against everyone else's better judgment. Look, if you have got something that could bag the real murder, I suggest that you don't hold out on me.
You'll get to see it, Commissioner, eventually.
What do you expect from me, Luke? I mean, if you wanted to keep that thing under wraps, why did you bring it to the police commissioner? Why didn't you just give it to Laura's lawyer?
It's a matter of trust.
Are you saying you don't trust your lawyer?
I don't trust anybody until I see what's on this tape, which I will arrange myself, thank you.
Sorry, Luke, but I have to ask you to hand it over.
Well, you can ask, but it ain't gonna happen.
And this could be called obstruction of justice.
It could be, but it isn't. Justus is getting my wife off the hot seat.
Your way.
You better watch it, pal. You're not only the commissioner, you're turning into a cop.
I don't have to explain myself to you. And I can't let you walk out of here with evidence.
Shoot me.
Bang! Luke, how about a deal?
I'm listening.
I will have my man restore that tape. I'll have it delivered back here in a sealed envelope, at which time I will call you, and the both of us will view it for the first time together.
I can do that.
Good.
Thank you.
Great.
Counselor, I assume you're working overtime on my wife's behalf.
That's right.
Good. You better be. You know, the defense counsel is almost as tangled up in this case as the defendant, almost.
Should be. If you'll excuse me, I have an expert to track down.
All right, all right. So, is it me or
You're getting edgy around me.
Don't take it personal, counselor. The whole freaking situation makes me edgy, despite the guarantees of the defense counsel.
Luke, Laura will go free. I said it and I meant it.
Well, I hope that's not overconfidence. That can make for sloppy work.
Well, it looks like you've been doing some work of your own.
You didn't expect me to curl up and trust the system, did you?
Well, I guess it won't do any good to warn you against digging around.
You have a problem with that?
Only if you don't come to me with whatever you find.
Why? So you can turn it over to Edward?
The devil does Edward have to do with this?
That's what I'd like to know, Justus. Something is going on between you two.
Like what?
Like maybe you're protecting your old white-haired granddaddy instead of my wife.
It's a very bizarre and totally wrong notion, and I suggest you disabuse yourself of it, my friend, because it's not going to do Laura's case any good. If you find something solid, I suggest you let the defense decide what to do with it.
Don't worry, I won't do any grandstand plays. When I find the killer, and I will, I'll be knocking on your door. Count on it. Oh, by the way, Justus, do you know a wharf rat named Harper?
No. Yet, I'm pressed for time. Thank you.
Hold on, counselor. I've got some information for you.
Like what?
A news flash from Atlantic City, my own private network. It seems a Port Charles thug named Harper, who was recently found floating face down, had some hefty gambling debts. The word is they were paid off by Edward Quartermain. Why, Justus?
I'm telling you, I don't know a guy named Harper, and I sure don't know what he's got to do with that.
Cut the crap! I saw that guy hanging around early this week, hanging around the trial. I saw him talking to your granddaddy. Now I want to know how that connects to Damien's death.
It doesn't. I can assure you of that much.
Your assurances are getting pretty old, pal.
Luke, I swear to you. Maybe Edward did pay off this guy's gambling debts. I don't know. But if so, it hasn't got a damn thing to do with this case. If it did, I sure as hell would know about it.
So we tell him because he wanted to sit.
Now it's our turn.
You know, we felt pretty strong going in, knowing that the evidence against me was all circumstantial, but sitting here day after day, listening to the assistant DA make it sound so incriminating.
Sweetheart, that's her job. It's just her job, making mountains out of molehills. Today, Justus starts blasting them back down.
What's wrong with you? Look, I don't need another pep talk right now, okay? My priorities are clear, at least to me.
I hope so. I'd hate to watch you risk your entire future out of some misguided feelings of guilt.
Misguided?
Yes, now you have one option, and one option only, Justus. You are to get Laura Spencer off without incriminating yourself, and don't you forget that for one single instant.